Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Missing Mysteries in Black and White with you two house myself.
You two house?
Two hosts. Fuck it, we started now. Two hosts, me, Ed, and my main man Josh. Sorry about that.
How we do?
Hope we are all well.
And hello again to the YouTube that can finally see our mugs again.
Yeah, I know, you can actually see us. You can actually
Look,
watch
you've
us.
missed this, don't lie. You've missed this.
Yeah, come on, you fucking... But first things first, as always, Josh, how you been, my man?
Yeah, brilliant, mate.
Yeah?
Brilliant. Well,
Yeah.
we're back. We're back how we was.
How we want to be. How we want to be.
Exactly. And we're moving up in the world.
Yeah, we are.
We've spoke about it off camera. We won't go too much into it just yet, but I'm pretty sure you already know exactly what we're on about anyway.
What, Patreon?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Even I got confused. I'm guessing that's what it is. Yeah, but pretty much, just a quick one. We've got a Patreon.
Hey!
So now you can give us money and then you get better content.
Exactly.
It's no different to what you do with Netflix.
No. I mean, literally at this precise minute, at the moment we're recording this, the Patreon is actually under review to make sure that it does go ahead.
Yeah.
We will put something up on the Facebook as soon as it does go ahead, which should be in the next few days. And then you can, like I said, I'll leave a link below on that Facebook post.
Yep.
And then you can check it out and subscribe if you want to.
And as well, we might as well put it on our own personal Facebook so people could share it.
Well, yeah, might as well.
Yeah, but yeah. So yeah, if you do listen to this, check us out. Make sure you check the Facebook out and share it with your friends who think would be interested.
Yeah,
in just listening to the podcast in general, and as well if they enjoy the podcast to make things even better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so let's got that out of the fucking way.
How you been, mate?
Yeah, really good actually. Really good. Yeah, you know what? Like you say, like things are moving up in the world. Like we're getting better things.
Yeah.
We're getting involved in a lot of other things, and yeah, it just seems to be moving nicely.
It's moving in the right direction.
Yeah, it is, and it's proper buzzing me.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going camping in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Might as well make a vlog of that as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was what we was doing anyway.
Fair play. But yeah, no, just to get away for a bit. It'll be us two, Connor and Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a buzz. Just get away for a couple of days. That'd be nice. But yeah, fucking sick actually.
Life is good at the moment.
Life is very good.
I'm scared when reality's going to slap us in the face.
Oh yeah, I've never gone this well for so long.
No, so come on, what's coming?
Yeah, I'm gonna die in a car crash or something.
Oh, fucking hope not.
No, well, same here, mate. Same here. Somehow my toes are gonna fall off or something. I don't know. But yeah, all good, mate, all good. But so today we spoke about it last week. We are going to be covering a British serial killer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he goes by the name of Peter Sutcliffe.
Yep.
Here's Peter Sutcliffe.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Or as he was more commonly known as, the Yorkshire Ripper.
And he obviously got the name from a very prolific serial killer, which uncovered.
Yeah.
Still buzzing about that. From Jack the Ripper. And I mean, I personally don't know how they
the crossover sort of thing.
Yeah.
I'll get to that.
Sweet.
I got you covered, boy. I got you covered.
Sweet. So yeah, with that, everyone, get yourself a nice drink, get yourself some grub, sit back, fucking enjoy it. Josh, take it away.
I will. Right. So on Friday, January 2nd, 1981, the Yorkshire Ripper's 5-year reign of terror finally came to an end. Thank you very much for listening.
What buzz? What buzz? Thing is, imagine people like, oh, they've actually fed it off. Right.
During this 5 years, first starting with his first attack in 1975, Peter Sutcliffe murdered 13 women and left 7 others for dead.
Okay, now.
In fact, many of the surviving victims had no idea that they was actually attacked by the Yorkshire Ripper until after he was caught, with the police telling them they have no idea how lucky they are to have survived.
Right.
After he was caught, his family was absolutely stunned as they couldn't even remotely comprehend that Peter William Sutcliffe, the man that they knew and loved, could be the man behind the infamous Yorkshire Ripper title.
Mm.
So, like I do with my serial killers, go a little bit into his backstory.
Yeah.
So Peter Sutcliffe was the firstborn son of John and Kathleen Sutcliffe, and he was born on 2nd June 1946. He was born in an industrial county of Yorkshire.
Mm-hmm.
He was actually a premature baby, only weighing 5 pounds.
Okay, now.
So he was tiny.
You're a little babby.
He was a little babby. Growing up, he was the polar opposite to his father, who was
He was Dutch.
Yeah, he was, exactly. He was the polar opposite to his father, who was an extrovert and enjoyed a drink and watching any type of sport.
Right.
Peter was in fact a quiet and shy boy growing up who preferred to stay indoors with his mum instead of doing things like play fighting with his younger brother and sisters.
Right.
He is believed to have found some kind of safe haven in his mother due to his fear of his father's masculinity.
Right.
So his father was proper like a man's man. Do you know
man.
what I mean? And he was like basically very timid around him.
Right.
And at school, he didn't really communicate with other children. Instead, he would just simply stand alone in a corner of a playground.
Oh.
So he was a very, like we said, shy boy.
Yeah, like borderline pathetic.
Yeah, yeah. In his later years of secondary school, he finally began to try and fit in with the other kids, and even took up bodybuilding, and was finally able to beat his brothers in things like arm wrestles and that kind of stuff.
Right.
Which pleased his dad because he's finally, do you know what I mean?
Go on, what?
Yeah, exactly. He left school at the age of 15, having no idea what he wanted to do with his life, and over the next 2 years, he would constantly be changing jobs.
Right.
At the age of 20, he finally approached a woman for the first time ever.
Hey!
And in 1969, him and his girlfriend got married and everything was perfect. That was until she cheated on him.
Always a way.
And this basically triggered something inside him that began his pure hatred for women, specifically prostitutes and sex workers.
Right. Fucking hell. Imagine if he was about a day with OnlyFans and shit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Fucking hell.
He'd have a fucking aneurysm.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like got the fucking toy shop or something. Fucking hell.
Now, even though she was the one who theoretically triggered his hatred towards women, he never once harmed his wife in any way. He never laid a finger on her. He never even really verbally abused her or anything.
Right.
Well, in 1969, Sutcliffe was out in Bradford with one of his friends looking for a woman who supposedly cheated him out of some money. Where suddenly, he got out of the van and followed another woman who he's never seen before down a back alley into a garage and attacked her with a stone inside a sock.
Right.
After he hit her, the sock actually ripped and the stone went flying out, meaning Sutcliffe no longer had a weapon. So at that point, he decided to run away. Thankfully, the woman wasn't hurt too much.
Hang on, where did he get the sock from?
I don't know, probably his foot.
So he put his shoes back on and he got one sock down. That feels weird, doesn't it? You can tell he's tapped. He's running about in shoes and no socks on.
Yeah, that is vile behaviour. If you actually do that, that is disgusting behaviour.
Yeah, you need
sort yourself out. You're gonna get fucking corns and blisters. Sort it out.
Horrific athletes.
Yeah.
Sweaty. Jesus Christ.
Thankfully, the woman wasn't hurt too much and even managed to chase Sutcliffe down and could even remember the number plate of the van that him and his friend drove away in. She gave that info to the police, but during that time period, sex workers and prostitutes was not really taken seriously by the police, and so she just decided to not press charges.
Right.
Because the police were just like, yeah, all right, we'll deal with that. And she's like, well, what's the fucking point?
Yeah. Yeah, never's going to get done.
Yeah.
But imagine if she went through with it, it could have saved so many people's lives.
It would have. Yeah.
It could have.
Yeah.
Like you say, if they took it it further, but you know what I mean? Like, it was always that chance they could have.
You'll find with this topic, I don't know what it is about the police back then. Because the same happened with Bamber.
Yeah.
The same with Sutcliffe. The same with countless others. So much of the police force were fucking useless. They were so bad. Like, you'd look... If it happened nowadays, you'd look at them and be like, how have you got a job?
Yeah.
You're supposed to protect the public. Like, I feel like the public should be protecting you. Yeah. Because you're just that incompetent. But the next attack didn't occur until July 1975, 6 years after the first attack. Mm-hmm. A woman called Anna Rogalski was walking home alone when she was approached from behind and hit in the head with a hammer. She was knocked out and didn't wake up until hours later in intensive care.
Right.
Now, due to her being knocked out, she obviously had no idea the extent of her injuries. And when she woke up, she discovered that she had severe damage to her skull and knife slashes all over her stomach.
Okay, now.
Now, during the attack, someone living nearby heard a noise outside which disturbed Sutcliffe, forcing him to run away. Mm. A month later, in August 1975, a woman called Olive Smelt was attacked, to which the assault was near on identical.
Right.
She was again hit over the head with a hammer and received loads of knife slashes. However, this time...
So no stabs?
No.
Oh.
However, this time, it was to the lower back. But just like last time, Sutcliffe was disturbed and forced to run away.
Yeah, you're very good at this.
No, he ain't. This is quite a common trend. Mm-hmm. Like, his modus operandi is, like, identical.
Is what?
How do I describe this?
Why are you speaking in fucking Latin?
His calling card, shall I say, his method
right, fair.
is pretty much identical every single attack.
Right,
okay. During this time, for some reason, none of the three attacks had no link to each other at all. Right. Which is odd, considering that the last two were more or less identical with each other.
What, the actual attack?
Yeah, with the hammer and the knife slashes.
Oh, right, yeah.
Well, on October 30th, 1975, the first body was discovered in Leeds. The victim was 28-year-old Wilma McCann. She was struck in the back of the head twice with a hammer and was stabbed 15 times in the neck and torso.
Mm. So, I mean, that's if he was to kill him, that's what got me. Like, he was slashing him.
Yeah,
like,
but this is what...
He's only caused the surface scratch.
This is why... I'll get onto it in a second, but this is why I think he was slashing them.
Right, but then, yeah, like, stabbing, like, that does kill him.
Yeah. Her body was found with her blouse pulled up and her trousers pulled down, suggesting a potential sexual motive to this crime.
Right, yeah.
However, it was difficult to determine whether or not she had been sexually assaulted due to the fact that Wilma was actually working as a prostitute that night. So they couldn't determine whether it was sexual assault or consensual sex, because obviously the test would have just come up saying, yeah, she said sex.
Yeah,
but you don't know whether that's sexual assault or just...
getting the leg over.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The post-mortem of Wilma's body proved that some wounds also showed reinsertion.
Right.
Meaning that she was stabbed in the same place multiple times. That's why I think he might have been slashing them. So he slashed it and then stabbed so he knows exactly where he's stabbing again and again and again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. I just thought, like, I don't know, with a slash, you all you're doing is you just
cutting it.
You're just cutting them. Whereas if you stab him, even if you reinsert it, that will still, you know what I mean? I don't get like the slashing because you just cause a surface damage.
Unless it was just a case of he just wanted to get his anger out and then it stemmed on to killing.
Yeah, might have. He started to get more of a rush, I guess. Yeah.
Exactly. At the scene of the crime, no murder weapon, DNA, or any kind of evidence was found. 3 months later, in January 1976, a second body was found. The victim was 42-year-old Emily Jackson. This murder was again more or less identical to Wilma McCann's, the only difference being is that Wilma was stabbed 15 times and Emily was stabbed 52 times.
Oh, right, yeah, so he's gone up.
Yeah, and this time with a screwdriver rather than a knife.
Oh. Okay. What was it? Phillips, Flathead, Star, Posy?
Yeah, it was a Posy, yeah. You set me up for that one. I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Bastard.
This time, however, the police had a huge piece of evidence with Emily's body being found behind a bakery with a huge boot print across one of her thighs, as well as tons of fingerprints being found in the mud as well.
It's the Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man! The Muffin Man!
Who the one who lives out to relate?
Casts were taken and sent off to be analysed, where it was found to be from a men's size 7 workman's boot.
7? He had tiny little feet.
Well, he was premature, wasn't he? He was a little dinky thing, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah, true.
But then again, saying that, Tyson Fury was premature and he's about fucking 7'4".
Yeah. He had little size 7 feet.
Bless him.
I'm size 11. So
I'm size 13.
Yeah, it's all right.
I'm nearly double him.
Yeah.
Bless his little cotton socks, literally.
Well, I can't sock because he took them off. Fucking weirdo. I can understand the killing and that, but take one sock off. Nah.
You're crossing the line there, son.
Yeah, you're fucking weird, mate.
This also gave a potential clue as to the killer's profession, with these boots being common among manual workers. The police linked the murders of Wilma and Emily together and came to the conclusion that this is most likely a killer with a motive of hatred towards prostitutes.
Yeah.
This is when...
I'll get it now. I'll get the link. I'll get the link with him and Jack the Ripper now.
Yeah. Funny enough.
Yeah.
This is when news started to spread around about a possible serial killer, and the news even branded him Jack the Ripper.
Nah, there's only one, mate. Well, they think.
This is brilliant, right? This somehow started to confuse the public between this Ripper and Jack the Ripper of the Whitechapel murders, despite the fact that the original Jack the Ripper murders occurred in the 1800s.
Yeah. Fuck, he's old.
That Donny's fucking dead now. How can you actually sit there thinking, I wonder which one it is?
Yeah.
I reckon it's the same guy.
Yeah, 200 years ago.
Yeah, you're like, are you fucking mental?
It just shows how stupid the British public can be.
We are thick as pig shit.
Yeah. Like, you see it when other countries, they take the piss out of British people, and you think, fuck off.
Yeah. And then you hear shit like that, and you're like, oh, they might have a point.
Yeah, we ain't got a leg to stand on. That's what we've got to hold the banner up, Josh. With the fucking guillotine.
So to stop this confusion, they decided to simply label him as the Ripper.
Mm-hmm.
But when more info and news began to spread, he was once again rebranded to the Yorkshire Ripper.
Yeah.
What? Okay, that makes no sense what I've written down there. That makes no sense.
What? Go on, say it.
Now dies to not having a lot to go on.
Now the police?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Now, with not having a lot to go on, the police went back for different crimes, basically like through all their crime records of unsolved crimes, to see if there was any link between them and the killer. Now, due to the fact that they was looking at this as a motive against prostitutes, they didn't take into account the original attacks being from the same person. Right. Which was annoying because both of the survivors of the original attacks had both made very, very similar sketches of their attackers, and it was blatantly obvious who it was, which was, of course, Peter Sutcliffe.
Right.
Now, during this time, the murders seemed to have stopped for almost about a year, with the police believing that the Ripper had basically just given up. Mm. During this time, Sutcliffe was in fact attacking women and was trying to kill them, but for some reason or another, he wasn't able to do so.
Well, he started to get a conscience.
What?
What, did he, like, start getting a conscience?
No, I think he was attempting to kill him. It was just, like, he was disturbed or whatever, or ran away, or just fucked it up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, on May 9th, 1976, a woman called Marcella Claxton was walking home from a party when she accepted a lift from a stranger. When she asked the driver if she could get out to go to the toilet, she was attacked.
Fucking hell. Can I go for a wee? No, you fucking can't. You stank like fucking here. How dare you?
You dirty bitch.
Piss on my seat.
Oh, God. When she came round, her attacker was obviously gone, and she was badly bleeding from her head, and she then proceeded to walk half a mile to the nearest phone box to call for help.
Yeah.
Sadly, and this is a bit sad, she was in fact 4 months pregnant at the time, and due to the attack, she did unfortunately miscarry.
What a cunt, man.
Now, whilst in hospital, Marcella made a sketch of her attacker, and once again, it was more or less identical to the original 2 sketches. So you've now got 3 sketches of the same guy, but they're not putting it them all together.
Even take the murders out, because they were prostitutes. You'd still think there's a bloke out there attacking women.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Sketch. You think, should we go out of this bloke?
Exactly.
You know
Funny enough, you said that. Once again, because Marcella wasn't a prostitute, hers was discounted as well.
But it's still a crime.
Yeah, and this is what confuses me, right? Because they said around this time period, sex workers and prostitutes weren't taken seriously. These 3 weren't.
No.
And they're the ones that are getting discarded, and they're the ones that have got the 3 sketches of near enough identical, the same fucking bloke, and they've just gone, nah.
I'm not interested.
You know, you a dickhead.
Fuck's sake. But if you drop a fag butt, they want to...
Oh, fucking hell, yeah, they want to string you by your bollocks.
Yeah. Like, what? Work it out, man.
Dickheads, bro. Not long afterwards, on February 5th, 1977, a 3rd body was found. The victim was 28-year-old Irene Richardson, and once again with the same injuries as the other 2 bodies, a blow to the head followed by several stab wounds. This time, however, he was a lot more planned with his attack, having dragged and repositioned her body, emptied the contents of her handbag, placed them all around her to make it look like a frenzied attack, and to give whoever found the body the biggest shock factor possible.
So make it look like a mugging of some sort.
Yeah.
Right.
But once again, he left behind a vital clue, this time being tyre marks, which could help the police determine what kind of car he drove.
Yeah. Just get her.
So they're thinking, fucking hell, we actually might be onto something here.
Yeah.
Reality slap. However, they discovered there was in fact 53,000 models of cars that use these tyres in West Yorkshire alone. But I know we were saying they were fucking useless. I'll give credit to them, because they contacted about 30,000 of the car owners and interviewed them about where they were that night.
Yeah.
But after that, because obviously they'd be fucking knackered by this point,
Yeah.
they was just like, they basically just gave up.
I'll get
fuck that. I can't be asked anymore.
Yeah, I can understand that.
At this point, it was absolute fact that there was a serial killer.
Yeah.
After these 3 murders, a woman called Tracy Brown came forward believing that she had also been attacked by the Ripper. In 1975, 2 months before the first murder, the then 14-year-old girl was walking home down a country road at night when she was approached by a man who again hit her over the head with a weapon and continued to do so after she went down. A car turned down that road, causing her attacker to run away. So again, it was looking like it was heading the same way.
Yeah.
But this is what I was on about at the beginning, where I was like, they've just been hit in the head with the attacker, and they wouldn't have no idea that that was the Yorkshire Ripper. No. Do you know what I mean? Until it start coming out in the news, you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Like, how mad is that?
Oh, mate, that makes chills go down
the
spine on it.
Well, 2 months after the 3rd murder, a 4th body was found. This one belonging to 32-year-old Patricia Atkinson. This time, however, the body was actually found indoors in her own bed. But once again, the injuries, etc., were the Ripper's trademark.
Right, yeah.
Another boot print was found that completely matched the print at the second murder.
Right.
At this point, the police were absolutely overwhelmed trying to find the killer, with over 2,300 home visits and over 2,000 statements being taken, but nothing really came of this.
Right.
2 months later, a fifth body was found. This one was belonging to 16-year-old Jay McDonald.
Hang on. Right. Remember when we done Ian Huntley?
Mm-hmm.
Right, and he had a thing with Yorkshire Ripper.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "You're a child murdering prick. I'll kill you."
Mm-hmm.
What's he doing? He's just done the same thing.
Yeah.
So, fucking hypocrite.
Yeah.
Like, as much as
The only way he was talking about Huntley was because he thought he's not on my level.
Yeah, that's yeah.
That's what it would have stemmed down to.
Yeah, not on his notoriety.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know who I am, kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, he's a fucking prick and all.
But Jay McDonald was found. When Jay McDonald was found, this wait, what? Sorry. Her body was found, but this one didn't match up with the others, with her not being a sex worker.
Right.
And this is when the public really started to get worried, because obviously at the time women were okay because they're like, well, I'm not a prostitute, so I'm good.
Yeah.
But then obviously when this attack happened, then it was like, okay,
oh, shit.
This is a bit bad.
Yeah. No one's safe.
Yeah. 2 weeks later, 42-year-old Maureen Long had been out with her friends when she was accepted a lift home from a stranger.
Right. You know there's a Yorkshire Ripper about.
Yes.
Don't just go home in groups.
Yes. Exactly.
Don't accept lifts off anyone.
Exactly.
You'll be bougie.
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
What, like, especially because this is all going about in the news and everything at the same time.
Yeah, like,
so you think
it's public knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. You know that there's a killer out there in your area attacking women, not just prostitutes, now women in general.
Women in general, women on their own.
Some Donny has just fucking pulled up and gone, "Do you want to live, love?" And you've gone, "Yeah, all right." I know that was common back then, but not during the time when there's a known serial killer around.
I know it's always that thing, it's not going to happen to me until it does.
Until it does.
You know what I mean? Like, just don't do it.
Exactly. Think smart. Think smart.
Don't go out.
Well, yeah, there's that as well.
Save your money. Fuck's sake. Going out is overrated now.
Mm-hmm.
I've done it all with... Nah, not anymore.
Nah. Too old for that shit.
Yeah.
28 going on 48.
Preach.
Yeah, so she accepted a lift home from a stranger. As he went to attack her, thankfully, he was disturbed by a man walking his dog. Right. So big up the man with the dog.
What kind of dog?
I don't know. It's a good dog, though, because it saved this woman's life.
Heckin' good boy.
Yeah, it was a good boy.
Good boy.
Saved her life. 3 months later, the Ripper's sixth victim was found, but this time it wasn't in Yorkshire, with the body actually being found in a graveyard in Manchester.
Well, that's where bodies are meant to be.
Fucking hell. I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm sorry.
The victim was 20-year-old Jean Jordan. Again, the usual story with her being a sex worker and sustaining the usual Ripper injuries.
Oh, yeah.
You alright?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, because you said Manchester.
Yeah.
Manchester, where is Manchester?
Midlands, isn't it?
What?
Midlands.
Yorkshire Dales. Where's Northumberland?
It's right in that. It's like more centre sort of thing, isn't it?
Oh, it's right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fucking idiot.
Now, her body had been left there for quite some time, with it already starting to decompose. And even more mad than that, can you remember, just side note, the Ian Huntley one where I was on about, like, the compost and that?
Yeah.
Forensics and, like, all that sort of stuff are some of the most intelligent bastards on the planet.
Massively.
Because what I'm about to read out now, I was like, how do you fucking even remotely... How does your brain comprehend this? Right? And like I said, her body had been left there for quite some time, with it already starting to decompose. And even more mad than that, they found fly eggs in some of the stab wounds. Now, with fly eggs, some like to lay their eggs in direct sunlight, and some like to lay their eggs in shade. Now, the eggs found in her wound were those that actually like to lay their eggs in shade. However, the eggs were found in the wounds that was in direct sunlight.
Right.
So the forensics determined this meant the body must have been completely shaded for some time and then dragged out into the sunlight, meaning that the killer had returned to the body to potentially find something that he may have left behind.
Right.
How do you figure that out from a fly egg? Do you know what I mean? You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that is mad. That's very mad. Fucking clever, though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You're like...
clever. That's what I mean. Like, without forensics, the amount of crimes what would get fucking...
The majority of them would just go unheard of.
Yeah.
Now, this confused them to why he would have returned, because she wasn't sexually assaulted or had been robbed or anything like that. So why did he return and move the body? But a week later, a handbag was found in a garden near to where her body was discovered, and they managed to determine that it was in fact Jean's handbag. And in a secret compartment in the bag, the police found a brand new £5 note.
Right. So they could see that she went to the bank.
Not her. They traced the fiver and found out that it had been given out in a pay packet in one of 35 different companies in Yorkshire.
Right, yeah.
This meant that the killer probably worked at one of these companies. Over the next few months, police interviewed 5,000 different men that could have potentially gotten this pay packet, including the Ripper himself.
Yeah.
However, his alibi for the night of Jean Jordan's murder was credible, because his alibi was none other than his wife, Sonia Surma. So, just quickly on the side note, he ended up in a relationship with a Chechen-born woman called Sonia Surma. 8 years into the relationship, the pair got married and moved in together with Sonia's parents.
Right.
During this time, Peter's parents and Sonia's looked at Peter as the perfect son, with many people in the area looking at Peter as a kind, caring, loving, hard-working person. Sort of kept himself to himself, but he was an overall good man. Boy, how wrong they were. In fact, there was very, very, very few people who had even seen the true aggressive side to him.
Well, yeah.
One of his former co-workers, a man called Gary Jackson, who worked with Peter at a local cemetery, recalls Peter playing morbid pranks with skeletons, as well as taking rings off some of those that he buried.
Fucking hell.
So already he's looking going, fucking hell, this guy ain't the full shilling.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, that's bad, but I imagine it'd be quite funny. Like,
come around the corner, he's got a fucking body. Hello.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Pull my finger, it's just a fucking skeleton finger. You know what I mean? Yeah, nah, it's a bit mad.
His brother-in-law recalls Peter constantly bragging about different prostitutes that he had slept with. Apparently they used to go to like the red light district areas and go, yeah, I fucking, porked her. Do you know what I mean? Sort of shit like that.
Yeah.
But to everyone else, he continued to look like a saint.
Yeah.
So 2 months later, on December 14th, 1977, another murder attempt occurred. 25-year-old Marilyn Moore was working as a sex worker and was picked up by the Ripper, and when she got out the car, he attacked her with a hammer when another car showed up and he ran away again. So this guy must have like a fucking bad omen at this point. From his point of view, every time he's tried to attack someone, something has to stop. He must be like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, you'd think, I might give up with this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to get caught soon. I don't know. But then again, like, I think we've discussed it before. A lot of killers, they like that.
Yeah.
It's that gives it their ultimate thrill.
Yeah, exactly.
Like getting that nearly caught.
And once again, he left tyre marks at the scene, which was identical to the marks found at Irene Richardson's body. This proved that Marilyn was attacked by the Ripper.
Yeah.
So again, you've got another one who thinks she's just been attacked, but then because of the tyre marks, the police have gone, no, you was attacked by the Ripper.
Yeah.
You know, that Donnie that's killed multiple people and that we're still trying to find.
So then, out of that, no, because she was a sex worker, but like you'd have thought then they'd be like, let's go back to where he didn't kill him. Like, he nearly did.
Well, yeah.
You'd think it'd be like, it's quite similar.
Yeah. Well, she made the sketch of an attacker. However, she began to accuse loads of innocent people.
Oh, right.
She literally would just point out, that was him. He's the one who attacked me. countless of innocent people. This meant that basically she couldn't be classed as a reliable witness.
Nah,
meaning all of the evidence, including the sketch, was discarded.
Yeah, she fucked herself up with that.
Yeah.
I mean, in some ways, like, you can't blame her because it's quite traumatic.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you've made a sketch of the attacker, do you know what I mean? If they made a sketch of an attacker that looked like me, right, and then she was screaming saying you're the one that attacked her,
yeah,
it's like, are you... I'm not being funny. Which one was it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The next victim was 18-year-old Helen Riker, where she got into a car and drove off. Now, the thing with this attack was that Helen and her sister Rita were both working that night as sex workers.
Right.
They noticed a brown van scouting the area before Helen was picked up. A few months later, Rita was picked up, to which the van followed her.
Mm.
The man driving the van explained that he got sexual gratification from following sex workers and their clients and just watched what they did. So he was a bit of a cuck.
I don't know.
Which is fucked up.
Yeah.
However, if he had done that a few minutes earlier and followed Helen and her client rather than Rita and her client, he would have seen the Ripper and maybe even prevented Helen's death. So because he decided to choose Rita, follow her, instead of Helen, another murder happened. Where if he'd done it the other way around, could have potentially saved Helen's life, or at the very least, he would have seen the Ripper attack her.
Yeah.
Well, a week later, an eighth body was found. And this one belonging to 21-year-old Yvonne Pearson. And she was when she was found, this one was terribly decomposed, with her body being discovered 2 months after she had actually been murdered.
Right.
Around this time period, the lead investigator into the case received a letter with a Sunderland stamp on it. Mm-hmm. The letter read, I'm sorry for obvious reasons I cannot give my name. I am the Ripper. Warn whores to keep off the streets, and then hopefully it'll be old sluts next time. Now, this letter was received before Yvonne's body was announced to the public.
Yeah.
Meaning to the public, the death toll was still 7. Now, the letter also said, up to number 8 now. You say 7, but remember Preston 75. This meant that the writer of the letter was talking about another victim, with this being 26-year-old Joan Harrison, who was killed in Preston in 1975. And because she had been sexually assaulted as well as killed, the police never linked her death down to the Ripper. Right. Because obviously the Ripper wasn't sexually assaulting anyone.
Yeah. He's trying to be like fucking Zodiac.
Yeah. This also meant that he is not actually talking about Yvonne Pearson in the letter.
Right.
And this confused police, as the writer of the letter is saying that the death toll is 8 and not 7 because of Joan Harrison. But the killer's death toll is actually on 9 because of Yvonne Pearson. Well, on the letter, they managed to find a small piece of saliva DNA, and this proved that the writer's blood type was B secretor or something like that.
Right, okay.
Which is so rare that only 6% of the population has it.
Right, so they are starting to narrow him down.
Yeah. This also matched the blood type of the person who left semen at the site of Joan Harrison's murder. This meant that police believed that the writer was the one who killed Joan Harrison and linked to the Ripper. However, it wasn't true.
He was a copycat.
The writer very well may have killed Joan Harrison, but he didn't kill anyone else.
He was a copycat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And years later, when the Ripper was found, he said that he never killed Joan Harrison, and when they did a blood test on him, his blood group was completely different to that of the writer's, meaning it was a completely different person.
Right, and is this person still at large?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, oh fucking hell.
2 months later, the real Ripper's 9th victim came, and in May 1978, 41-year-old Vera Millwood was found again with the signature injuries, the blow to the head and stab wounds. Police decided to step up their investigation again and decided to spot different cars that were spotted in the red light district sort of area. Mm-hmm. They noted down the reg plates of all the cars seen, and if the same car was spotted in the same area multiple times, they would pull them over and question them. Many men was questioned during this method, including the Ripper himself.
Oh, fucking hell.
He told the police that the reason he's spotted multiple times is because that's the way he comes home from work. But the police was not fully satisfied with this answer, so they scheduled another interview with him.
Yeah.
But before this could happen, it was actually cancelled because a 10th body was found. This time, 19-year-old Josephine Whitaker was killed walking home. Once again, Josephine suffered the signature injuries. However, she wasn't a prostitute, and on one of her breasts there was actually a bite mark from somebody with a gap in their teeth. This meant the police obviously knew that the killer had a gap in his teeth.
Mm.
During this, the lead investigator received another letter, and there was also a tape recording along with it. And the tape recording said, "I am Jack," basically meaning the Ripper. "I see you are still having no luck catching me. I have the greatest respect for you, but Lord, you are no nearer catching me now than 4 years ago when I started." Now, the man on the tape seemed to have a very strong Northern Eastern Sunderland type accent.
Right.
This threw the police off because the whole time they believed the Ripper was from Yorkshire.
Yeah.
The police decided to follow this lead and release them to the public, like all the tape recordings and that. They also decided to re-interview all the men they deemed suspects in the area, including Sutcliffe himself.
Right.
This time, they was more suspicious of him coming out of the interview than they was when he went in, with him seen to be really aggy. However, the police just put this down to the fact that he was getting tired of being questioned, considering they had interviewed him 5 times.
Yeah.
They'd interviewed the actual killer 5 times, and they put it down to, nah, he's probably just getting annoyed.
Yeah.
It's like, how fucking mad is that?
Yeah, he had 5 chances.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
However, one of the police officers thought there was more to it than that, especially as this man looked exactly like the sketches they had of the Ripper. He also had the size 7 foot and the gap in his teeth. And the company he worked for was one of those involved in the £5 note inquiry. So you've got all of this pointing towards him.
And it's still saying that.
Yeah. And this one officer was constantly saying all of this is pointing towards him. And the rest of the dumb fucks were just like, nah, it's not him, chief. Nah, you talking shit. You're waffling, bruv.
Fuck's sake.
If you were this officer, you'd be like, nigga! You're like, what more does this cunt have to do? To the point, this police officer wrote a report compiling of all the evidence pointing towards Sutcliffe, took it to his chief, and his chief completely discarded it because he didn't have a northeastern accent.
Oh my god.
So you've got all this evidence pointing towards him, and this one bit that's not, and you've decided to go with the one that's not.
He could put it on.
Exactly!
But just with the Scottish accent, you
just wait. And when I was looking this up, I'm not gonna lie, it made me laugh because all that kept going through my head was, you know, that scene in Hot Fuzz where it's like Leslie Taylor was fucking murdered.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, murder. Change the fucking record. It was like, that was genuinely what was happening right now. It was like, it's him, and he's like, no, it's not. It's like, are you saying this is a murder? You're like, motherfucker.
People have accidents every
day. I was like, fucking hell, he's actually the real life version of that.
Yeah. Maybe
I wonder that's where they got it from.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, the police was putting 90% of their effort into the tapes, believing that this was the Ripper, and they even sent squads up to Sunderland to interview people.
Mm.
They also showed the tapes to Tracy Brown, which was one of the surviving victims, who adamantly told them that that is not the Ripper on those tapes.
But they're still going with it.
Yep.
Right out.
Dickheads.
Fucking idiots.
Now, during this time, the police were still logging all the cars spotted in all the red light district areas. And unbeknownst to them, they had actually logged the Ripper's car twice in Leeds, once in Manchester, and 36 times in Bradford. So you've got all that evidence that officer found. This fucking guy's car has been flagged multiple times, and you're still going with the Sunderland accent.
God, for fuck's sake. Thing is, right, they said that letter had a Sunderland stamp.
Yeah.
Even though it couldn't have just been matey fucking him about.
Exactly.
Who might have killed, what was her name, sorry, Joan
Whittaker, I think, or something like that.
Joan, yeah.
Hang on. It was Joan. Moment, please. So many words. Joan Harrison.
Yeah, it might have been him who killed Joan Harrison. And he's just taking her for a ride.
Exactly.
Trying to be like the fucking Zodiac, when in reality, all he's doing is perverting the course of justice.
Yeah.
And fucking up the actual case of
Exactly.
the Ripper. Like, are you mad?
Now, at this time, an 11th body was found. This time, 21-year-old Barbara Leach was murdered in the exact same way as all the others, but this time she was literally meters away from her own front door.
Oh, God.
How close? Do you know what I mean?
Gutted.
12 days later, police in Sunderland get a call from someone who they believed could have been the same man on the tapes. To which he's what? To which all he said was tell him, meaning the lead investigator, that this is a hoax. Due to this, the lead investigator, George Oldfield, suffered a stress-induced heart attack.
Fucking hell.
He's been basically taken for a mug, run round the ringers, trying desperately to catch this cunt, and this tosser from Sunderland.
He had all the evidence.
But then this tosser from Sunderland's wind him up and just gone, that's a hoax, like, and it's caused a heart attack.
Yeah, but fuck him. Like, he had all the evidence.
Yeah.
It was all pointing towards Sutcliffe anyway.
Exactly.
Pretty much, apart from the fucking voice note.
Yeah.
Which, right, if there's some fucking murder in Britain, I'll just ring the police up and say, what you say, I've done it.
Yeah.
Like, and then they're like, no. It's just not possible. You know what I mean? Fucking dickheads. Fucking idiots, man.
He did survive and actually decided to step away from the case.
Oh, did he?
Best fucking decision he could have ever made.
Yeah, because he was getting fucking nowhere.
Now, the new investigator wanted all the details of the case so far, and was even told the police officer. Wait, what? And was even told that the man the police officer had all this evidence on had actually been eliminated as a suspect from the case, even though that man was the Yorkshire fucking Ripper. You can't make this shit up. If I was him, right?
I'm worried as a British citizen.
Yeah.
If I get murdered, they're never get found.
But if fucking right, if I was the Ripper, honestly, I would just be sitting back down. You fucking monster.
Yeah.
You've had me in the station multiple times. You've got all this evidence pointing against me. I've caused the lead investigator to have a heart attack.
Yeah.
And you're still nowhere near catching me, and you've eliminated me as a suspect.
You're going cross country, for fuck's sake.
You're like, you dumb cunt.
Yeah. Jesus H. Christ.
Well, this is when he killed his 12th and 13th victims. 47-year-old Marguerite Walls and 20-year-old Jacqueline Hill. Again, with all the same injuries. Well, on 2nd of January 1981, the police were still doing the routine checks at the red light districts. On this day, Sheffield police checked the reg of a certain car. The reg plate didn't match the model of that car or the driver. Basically meaning fake plates.
Yeah, stolen car, fake plates.
Yeah. So they asked the driver to step out where they could do a check on him. He tried to run away. And the police officer's like, whoa, stop. He's turned around and gone, sorry, mate, I needed a piss. Sorry, mate, I needed a piss. I was running to the toilet. They was his exact words.
Jesus Christ.
But obviously, because he tried to run away and that, they arrested him.
Yeah, fair.
They kept him overnight, and they even got the Ripper case team to interview him, but nothing came of it.
If you tell me this is Sutcliffe, I'm going to fucking lose my shit.
The police officer that arrested him remembered that he tried to run away. So he went back to the scene just to have a look around. And that is when he found a hammer and a screwdriver.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So at this point, they rearrested this man and told him basically what they found. And Peter Sutcliffe just straight up confessed that he was the Yorkshire Ripper. So, yes, that man that ran away saying he needed a piss was Peter William fucking Sutcliffe.
So, if he didn't go back to check the motor, he
would have got away with it again.
Fucking hell.
You can't make this shit up.
That is, it's just fucking ridiculous, isn't it? What?
He told the police that he was actually told by God that he had a mission to rid the world of prostitutes.
Oh yeah, he's son of Sam now, is he?
Yeah, pretty much. He's fucking son of prick.
What a fucking dog told him to do it. No,
now, during Sutcliffe's trial, over 2,000 people turned up every day, where he pleaded not guilty to murder, but guilty to manslaughter due to it being God's plan.
Right.
This basically went in one ear and out the other. Well, in May 1981, Peter Sutcliffe was found guilty of all 3 murders and the attempted murders of many others.
Right.
He was given 20 life sentences and a whole life tariff.
Yeah.
After his trial, he was diagnosed as a paranoid schizophrenic and was taken to Broadmoor Hospital. In his first week there, he was attacked by another inmate who tried to strangle him with a headphone cable. Later that same year, he was attacked again by another inmate who stabbed him in the eye with a pen, completely blinding him in his left eye and severely damaging his right eye.
Oh, yeah.
At this point, he was then moved to HMP Franklin until his death of COVID-related issues on Friday 13th November 2020.
Friday 13th.
Yeah, what a fucking day. See, for all these people that saying fucking COVID was shit, it done some good. It got rid of this cunt.
Yeah. What a cunt.
What a fucking cunt.
Fucking cops and cunts.
Exactly. It's a mindfuck.
Yeah.
How the fuck did they not twig? Do you know what? Big up that officer that put all the evidence together. Even though everyone else looked at him like, nah, you're talking silly bollocks.
Yeah.
Big up.
Big up, mate. Yeah.
The only one with a fucking brain cell by the looks of it. Like, honestly, that cunt deserves a knighthood.
Yeah.
If I was the queen, if I was the king,
yeah,
and I saw this, I'd be like, mate, you're getting a fucking knighthood.
Yeah.
You are getting a knighthood.
Or at the very least, promotion.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, what a fucking tit.
Like, after all of that, right, that bloke that found all the evidence in that, you'd need a beer and a lie down, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You'd be like, I'm going on holiday.
Yeah.
I've earned a holiday.
I'm having 2 months off.
And the only reason he was caught was because of the fake regs and the fact that he tried to run off. They hadn't even arrested him when they asked him to step out the car.
Yeah, so he
could have been, all right, it's just a trick. Yeah, all right, off you go.
Yeah.
But because he ran off needing a piss, he got caught. And then the officer's going, hang on, he did try and run away. Let me go have a look back. And finding the murder weapons and thinking,
oh.
Oh.
Keep men. We might have got him here, boys.
But after all of this, right, the fucking twat in Sunderland who's doing all this shit, the fucking lead investigator having a heart attack, Sutcliffe called in countless times to be interviewed, the fucking £5 note thing, everything, right? When they finally got him, he's just gone, yeah, it was me. Do you know what I mean? After all of that, he's just gone, yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
You're like, really?
You could have done this months ago.
All we had to say was, we think you're the Ripper. You would have went, yeah. For fuck's sake.
Well, suppose I am. You keep saying I am, I must be.
And honestly, right, if I was the fucking lead investigator, anyone with a Sunderland accent after that, I'd just smash the shit out of him, thinking that it was him. It's like, Yeah, it was you. You fucking cunt. Just kick the shit out of them. It's like you'd like that. You would like if you didn't support a football team back then. You would definitely be a Newcastle fan.
Yeah.
You would definitely be a Newcastle fan now. You'd be like, fuck Sunderland, Newcastle till I die. Toon Army. Fuck them lot. Mackham bastards. And you'd be like that. Fucking hell. Meet a bird. You're like, oh, you're right. What's your name? Oh, blah, blah, blah. Where are you from? Sunderland. Fuck off. Slag. You'd have nothing to do with that city again.
Oh, mate. That is crazy. Absolutely fucking crazy.
They literally been sold a ringer multiple times.
Yeah.
But how the fuck can you seriously look at all that evidence and the fact that he didn't have a Sunderland accent is the one reason you didn't?
Yeah.
When he had the gap in his teeth that matched the bite mark, the size 7 boots that matched the footprint, the £5 note which matched the fucking DNA thing.
Yeah.
You've got everything pointing towards him.
The motor had the same
The motor
tyre.
with the same tyre. Literally, it's like, are you a dickhead?
Like I say, all it needed was him go, like beforehand was to go, yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
That's all it needed.
I was like, motherfucker.
Like you say, you could have just put an accent on.
Yeah.
Because, you know, some people can do accents really well. Like me with Scottish.
No.
What are you on about now?
No. You should have another accent when you try Scottish. I'll leave it at that.
I don't know. No, I ain't gonna try it.
Don't.
No, I ain't gonna try it. In case you get cancelled. I don't know. I think the Scottish accent's pretty good.
It is for another country.
Yeah.
It's bang on. Asian accent. I'll just leave it at that. Asian accent. Try Scottish, it comes out Asian. That's all I'll say. But yeah, that was the story of Peter the Tap Sutcliffe. But the fact this cunt has got the audacity to go to Ian Huntley going, nah, you child killing bastard. It's like,
hang on a minute,
brother. Got something to tell you here.
Yeah.
You kind of killed a child.
Yeah. You kind of done the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, you're just as bad, if not, well, I wouldn't say if not worse. I mean,
they're both as bad as each other.
Yeah. But I mean, you killed more people.
Yeah.
You're a cunt. You know,
I hope he died in pain.
He probably
I hope
did.
COVID really chefed him.
Probably did.
Ha. Big up COVID.
Fuck you.
You fucking legend, COVID.
See, Friday the 13th is also quite lucky then.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah. What are the odds of that, though? Him dying on Friday the 13th?
Yeah, I know. That's mad, isn't it? That's like meant to be like serial killers, like Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what do you make of that one, then?
I hate British police.
They're fucking
Oh,
mental.
Don't get me wrong, I think they're a lot better now.
They got no fucking choice. I don't know how you could get worse.
Oh, I was going to say,
I really don't know how.
I was going to say, you can't get much
Unless the
fucking
murder
worse.
happened right in front of you and you just went, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
That's the only way this actually could be worse.
Yeah. Or Peter Sutcliffe said it was him, but they were like, nah, it wasn't.
Nah, you're talking shit. You ain't got a Sunderland accent.
You're just here for the variety, you cunt.
Fuck's sake.
But isn't it mad, though? Like, all his family and everything, they were all surprised and
Yeah.
said how much of a perfect man he was. It just shows, like,
Yeah.
you don't know who
Yeah.
you're talking to.
So anyone that's in a relationship, yeah, and you think your husband's the dream person or your wife's the dream person, you think, oh, I've landed on my feet here, God's gift. They could be a killer.
Courtney, I'm not a killer.
Maybe Courtney's the killer.
Nah, I don't believe that.
So yeah, anyone listening, just keep an eye out.
You never
If they
know.
start putting on a Geordie type accent, run.
Fuck's sakes.
Fucking hell. But the fact that this went... The thing that pisses me off, right? Because this twat that rang in and sent the letter and the fucking tape and all that, if he didn't do that, he may have been caught earlier.
Sooner, yeah.
So he could have potentially have... how do I word this? Like
spared.
Yeah,
it spared like a
few people's lives.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and like matey with the fucking who wrote the letter in, or it was probably the same bloke who wrote the letter in about Harrison. Like, because that stopped him as well. That stumped him as well, didn't it? And with both of them, like it could have been.
And the
so
sad reality
sooner.
is, I don't think Joan Harrison's murder's gone answered for.
No.
So if this guy was the one responsible, he's gotten away with it.
Yeah.
And he's hindered this investigation, which could have potentially led up to survival of a few women.
Yeah.
So this guy is really,
just
think about it, if not worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
May not have killed as many people, but he could have subconsciously done it.
Yeah.
Like, well, not subconsciously. What's the word I'm looking for?
Like
vicariously done it, sort of. Do you know what I mean? Like,
vicariously.
Is that the right word?
I don't know, mate. I've never heard that word before in my life. Funnily enough, I don't think that gets spread about in Norfolk quite a lot. Fucking hell. But no, it does make you worry, doesn't it? But what gets me though as well, right, is they knew that there was a killer out there, but the sex workers, don't get me wrong, I know they've got to pay the bills and all that. You'd think they'd be a bit more careful as well, wouldn't you? Like, we're only doing threesomes.
But the fact is, this whole
you know what I mean? Like, so they weren't on the road.
This whole time,
Buy one, get one half price.
Meal deal.
Oh, we're not trying to speak ill of the dead here, but I mean, it's just the way we cope with things. But you know what I mean, though? Like, you'd have thought, like, and with women like who are walking by themselves and everything, who weren't sex workers or anything like that, don't walk by yourself.
Just don't go out until this was over.
Because you are just putting a target on your head.
I know back then it was common in that, but not once there's a serial killer around the area.
Yeah.
That he's just targeting women now, not just sex workers.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when I can't think which killer it was. It might be BTK or someone in America. Like, it was when they were going for black women or black kids or something like that. Like, again, there was curfews brought in. There was they say they used to do daisy links, chain link people, and so they were never on their own.
No.
So then it kind of like starts the killer of his.
And I know I understand people might look at that and go, "Oh yeah, but that's fucking suffocating my life and that." But at least you're still alive.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Do you know what I mean? Would you rather that or the alternative?
Yeah.
The potential of death. But imagine being one of these survivors, though. Especially, like, the original two that were attacked, like, with the knife slashes and that.
Yeah.
Thinking, fucking hell, that was him.
Yeah.
Because, obviously, it was him because of the sketches and everything.
Yeah.
There's no, like, denial. It was Sutcliffe.
You'd be so angry.
You'd be angry, but at the same time, like...
Yeah, you'd be relieved.
Yeah.
You'd be so angry. Like, I'd have been like,
this
could all have been prevented.
If you just fucking took that seriously, you silly cunt. Especially as we weren't sex workers.
Yeah.
You could have got him banged to rights and then and there. Both of the sketches added up.
Yeah.
Why didn't you take that seriously?
Oh, it's fucking ridiculous.
This is what I mean. If ever fucking one of my family get killed or whatever, and the police investigate it, it's like, no, I'll fucking do it myself.
Yeah.
I'll do it myself.
100%.
Piss off. I don't trust you lot. Because I'll fucking drag the killer, bring you like a fucking Bible-sized book of evidence, and you'll still go, nah.
We didn't do it, so it can't be right.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, mate, it's ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous.
But it's so annoying.
Yeah.
This whole thing is annoying because of the police fucking up. Dickhead in fucking Sunderland.
Yeah.
Even, it sounds bad, but even the women to some certain point.
Yeah.
Why are you going out during the time of a serial killer?
Let's say they should have brought out curfews. They should have brought out. There's so many things they could have put in place.
They've done that. They've done that with Raoul Moat, didn't they? When he killed his ex-wife's fella and the other police officer, they literally put the entire town on lockdown.
Yeah.
Literally had fucking like almost a convoy of
Convoy.
That's the one. Sorry, I'm fucking. I've got passion. Fucking up my words. But like a convoy of like police, armed response units, everything hunting him down. They didn't let anyone out until they found him.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not hard to do. I know it robs you of your freedom and that.
But it's your safety.
But it's exactly. Like, for fucking hell's sake.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Like, it's done now.
It's done.
So we could be inventing saying all police are cunts and everything. When in reality they're not.
No, of course they're not.
But it's just so fucking annoying when you look back. But it's hindsight all the time.
Yeah, it's hindsight. But at the same time, it wasn't hindsight because all the evidence or everything was there.
Yeah.
It was there from day dot. They were all pointing towards him.
The only thing what could save it was because we're only getting like snippets of what was actually going on.
Mm-hmm.
We don't actually know. We weren't there. We weren't in the police officer's shoes. What was actually going on? So,
yeah, I know what you're getting at.
mean?
Yeah, I know what you're getting at.
It could have been a lot harder than what we're speaking about now because we're getting all like what was proven to be him.
Yeah, exactly.
At the time, it could have been like, well, you just don't know until it comes out.
Yeah.
So
it is one of them.
Yeah, I don't know.
But big up the copper that actually fucking had a brain cell.
Yeah, you said it was him.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake.
I'd walk in like the biggest, smuggest prick going if that was me.
I mean, you would, but at the same time, you wouldn't because it's just like justice.
Yeah.
Justice had been served right. You know what I mean?
I'd just make snide remarks.
Yeah, but like, well,
it's like, oh, you actually could listen to me this time, are you?
Yeah.
Funny in that.
Fuck's sake.
But no, I think that's me about done for this one.
Yeah, yeah.
What are we doing next week?
Next week we're staying in Ireland.
Oh, Republic or Northern?
I don't know. Probably both.
Right, decent.
one or the other.
It's Ireland, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got Ireland in the name. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, exactly, mate. But no, we are going to be talking about the high-pitched screaming banshee.
Oh,
which is used to be an omen of death.
Oh,
yeah. So yeah, we're going to be talking about.
Well, you just hear them screaming. It's like, oh fuck, I'm going to die.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh.
If you heard, yeah.
You'd be fucked if it was. you didn't know what the banshee sounded like. It was like a peacock or something.
Yeah.
You're just walking down the road, just You're like, oh, that's an undead. It's just a peacock mating call, but it's like, I'm fucked. I'm done.
Yeah, oh fuck, I might as well start digging my own grave now. But no, yeah. See, I think the original myth is a woman who lost her children and she'd mourn for him,
right?
Wail and cry and scream, and then when she died, now her vengeful spirit, and she would then, if you heard a banshee's cry, it'd be either yourself or a family member would die within a year.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's a bit morbid. So that's going to be a very fun episode.
We'll make light of it. We always do.
Yeah, got it, yeah. But no, yeah. So let's say I've got to do a lot more research. I mean, I know bits and pieces about banshee, but I've got to do a lot more research.
Yeah.
But yeah. So you can follow us. I don't know what I've done.
I was going to say, you're right.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So with that, but that'll be next week. So you can follow us on Facebook, which is Mr. Mysteries in Black and White. Which we put on polls, we update when the new episode's out. We've got all the links to everything on there.
Mm-hmm.
You can follow us on Instagram, which is Mr. Mysteries _. You can, it's not the actual word underscore, it's the little line thing.
Line thing.
Oh no, I don't like sound like that, ain't me. Line thing. Roman. You can email us at mrmysteries@outlook.com. That could be sightings, that could be theories, that could be criticisms, praises, which we'd prefer. That could be if you want to come on the podcast. What else? Subjects you want us to cover.
Specific question you want to ask us.
Yeah, questions. Anything to do with the podcast, with the YouTube, with Patreon, with anything at all. please email us at missingmysteries@outlook.com.
Mm-hmm.
You can watch us.
Again, hello.
Again, what you fucking say, boys. On our YouTube, which is Missing Mysteries. Which
Again, we'll put the link on the Facebook.
On the Facebook, because it is difficult at the minute, because we're trying to sort out the algorithms and all that fucking bollocks on YouTube.
Big word for you.
Huh?
Algorithm?
Yeah, well, you know.
Do you know what it means?
No, I got fucking I just know that's what I've heard other YouTubers say it, so, I'm getting on it and all. Yeah, so yeah, all algorithms and stuff. I thought that's something doing maths. Oh, I don't know.
It's algebra.
Oh yeah. Mate, I'm hunter. I don't know shit like that. But yeah, so yeah, algorithms and that. Yeah,
can't stop saying it there, can you?
No, I can't. It's a big word, isn't it? But yeah, so the best way is to find us is on Facebook.
Yeah,
and now we have a link straight to the YouTube channel. Subscribe while you're there. Turn the bell on so you can get notified when when another video is out. And that won't just be podcast episodes. That'll be investigations, vlogs, all sorts.
Yeah, boy.
Reaction videos when we get time to do them.
Yeah.
And all sorts. So, yeah, please, subscribe and like the channel.
Mm-hmm.
We very much appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
You can listen to us at, Josh?
Podbean, Spotify, Amazon, Podchaser, Samsung, Player FM, and iHeartRadio.
Again, if you find the link in our Facebook, which takes it to the website.
It takes us to the website, and then there'll be like little logos of all the different podcast apps that you can listen to us on. Literally just click the logo, that will take you straight to our page on that specific page platform.
See, look at me with look at you. Oh, fucking hell, this is a right rum turn of affairs. But no, let's say soon we've got our our first ghost hunt in with Dark Realms.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
That's gonna be so.
I can't wait. I really hope some really scary shit happens.
So do I.
But at the same time, I'm like, do I really want to be in that place while all that's going on? You know what I mean?
My biggest fear is if we get scared and we drop the camera.
Yeah,
that's my biggest fear.
We'll have to get like some sort of time.
Yeah. Actually, comes with it.
There you are then. Sorted.
Ask you shall receive.
Yeah, but no, I'm really looking forward to that. There's going to be like-minded people. There's different paranormal researchers who are going there, who we will try. We'll talk to them. They hopefully will give us advice, and hopefully we might even get some guests for the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Which will be either on here, on what you're listening to now, or on our Patreon if we're feeling a bit saucy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll see. But thank you again for listening. If you've got this far, we appreciate it very much. Let's say merch will be coming out soon. Bit more videos will be coming out soon. We are on it now. We are fucking on it.
We're in the algorithm.
See, fucking algorithms.
If you're feeling really bougie, algebra.
What?
Because that's what you thought it was.
Yeah, well, that's A equals fucking T or something. I don't know. Fucking fuck if I know. It's just wank when you think of it.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely pointless.
Yeah, no.
It's the most pointless shit ever.
Yeah, alright, let's not go into it because I'm going to fucking have a aneurysm thinking about it too much.
Fucking hell, we're bringing out all the A's today, aren't we? Yeah. Algorithm, algebra, aneurysm.
Yeah, asylum.
A dog.
Alligator. Yeah, I'm not going to alligators. But no.
So yeah, comment your favourite A.
Oh, that's a bit dodgy.
Sounds a bit mad, doesn't it? Don't go there. Yeah, dirty pig.
Email us for pictures.
What did you mean?
I don't know.
Yeah, we're like, yes, we finally got an email. Oh my god. I can see what you have for dinner.
Oh, jeez. Right, let's fucking end this.
Yep. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you on the next one. See ya.
Happy hunting.